So there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. We know the Senate has their own plan. They're trying to get certain things passed before they go on recess, which, if you didn't know, they go on recess in just a couple of days. On Friday, at the end of the day, they go on recess for 2 days in order to celebrate Easter Sunday. One day on April 17th, but they're going to go on recess on Friday for 2 weeks. Lucky them. Well, we also are getting reports that there is people that are talking about something called a summer stimulus check. What is that? Who's going to get it? And are we going to see that from the federal level or from states? I will address that in today's video. We're also going to talk a little bit about just additional stimulus, talk about the Russia and Ukraine news, and also the bird flu, because this is wiping out over 20 million birds. So, something that you need to be well aware of. Now, let's get right into it. So, I've been getting a lot of questions about something called the summer stimulus check. And I want to address that because there's a lot of people that are saying everybody's going to get it. Everybody. Well, that's not true. Here's what we know. We are going to see a surge in proposals for stimulus checks, and they're likely to come over the summer. So let's call them summer stimulus checks. Well, here's what we know. Many lawmakers are expecting as of right now that yes, their state is going to have a surplus of cash. So they're going to propose more money going back to their residents, which is great, but it's also something that they have to do. Many Democrats say that we've been pushing for more relief for the past year. The American people absolutely need it. But they also say because of recent events, we believe now more than ever the American people need this additional help. And you guys have said this multiple times on the channel. Just give us one more check. Just give us a little bit more help. Help us pay for food. Help us put fuel in our tanks. Help us pay for our rent. That's what we're hearing. Well, here's what we know. Maine's governor has already proposed an $850 direct payment to states' residents. This is good, but this has not been approved. If approved, the check would come out towards the beginning of the summer. Now, I believe this is where the majority of those summer stimulus check videos are coming from. Now, Maine currently has a surplus of about $822 million, and giving money back in the form of a direct payment is seen as the most logical option at this time. But in the event that gas prices drop, food prices return to normal, they drop as well, then this proposal would lose all steam. So what we are seeing right now is, let's wait. And we saw Democrats and Republicans both say this last year, is let's wait. Let's wait and see where things go. Democrats and Republicans both did this in 2020 after the CARES Act was passed. After that was passed and we saw the stimulus checks go out, then Republicans said, let's wait. Let's wait and see. Now, here's what I can tell you. States are doing the exact same thing. They're going to wait and see. And I say this because there are other states that are giving out stimulus checks at this time. Georgia, they're going to give out $500 per couple or $250 for an individual. Florida is giving out $1,000 checks to teachers and education staff. California has also proposed another round of their Golden State stimulus. But many states at this time are considering more stimulus, and they're really reflecting on their options. But first, before they consider everything that they can consider, they first want to see what kind of federal funding, where it's going, how much it's going to be, and where will they have to commit to. So that's what they want to do first, figure out where the money's coming in from, what it's supposed to go to, and then they will commit to something else. And they will use their stimulus funding that the state received, okay, from the American Rescue Plan, what they received from that, the $350 billion, then they'll take that money and they will allocate it elsewhere. But they want to wait and see. It's both Republican and Democratic states. Now, here's something I can tell you. The Senate right now is working on many different things. But right now, what we know, and again, I've mentioned this over the past couple of days, is that the Senate just wants to focus on their priorities. Their priorities right now are the $10 billion of COVID funding. The second thing is they want to see the confirmation of Judge Jackson. They want to have these two things done before they leave on recess this coming Friday. Now, if the Senate can get both of these things accomplished, then they will actually free up a lot of their time over the next 2 weeks to hopefully work on the negotiations of the next bill. But it might all come down to what happens tomorrow. What we see happen on Thursday, April 7th, what we see happen tomorrow is likely going to dictate what happens over on Friday, but also the next 2 weeks. So keep in mind that tomorrow is going to be a big day. And according to the Senate Minority Leader, John Thune, he is saying that there will likely be a vote tomorrow for the confirmation of Judge Jackson. Again, tomorrow. And I can tell you right now, the Senate does not want to wait until they come back to do the confirmation or to negotiate the $10 billion in COVID aid, because the White House is wanting that now. And if this means that Speaker Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer have to call back the lawmakers, call them back to vote on a bill because we desperately need COVID funding, guess what? They're going to have to come back. And I can tell you right now, nobody in the Senate wants to do that. So here's what we do know, though. One of the issues that Democrats are facing at this time is they're being blamed for high gas prices. Well, if nothing passes and the American people have 2 weeks of hearing almost absolutely nothing regarding what Congress is doing, who do you think they're going to blame? Democrats. So guess what they want to do? Provide $10 billion of COVID funding, even though they want even more. But if that's what Republicans are willing to pass, that's what they're going to pass. Because guess what? Democrats need something over the next 2 weeks to talk about. And if they don't have anything, the American people are going to talk about gas prices, food prices, and inflation, because that reading comes out next Tuesday. But as a result of what Democrats are facing at this time, they're trying to do everything that they can to put the blame either back on Republicans for high gas prices and high food costs. They're trying to reduce gas prices just because, well, we need to. Or they want to provide other relief to hopefully get voters and pretty much get them to forget about the rising price of fuel. But as to what kind of relief we will see, honestly, nobody really knows. Because what we know at this time is almost everything has to be approved by Congress, unless President Biden can wave his magic wand or pretty much stroke of a pen and sign an executive order to provide additional relief to people other than those that are receiving or have student debt. Because as of right now, those are the only people that are really receiving actual stimulus. So again, we'll see what happens, but Democrats say we need more. We need more and we must provide more. So again, we'll see. Let's talk about the bird flu. And I want to talk about this because over the past probably 3 weeks, I've been talking about food shortages. Where are we seeing them? Grocery stores? Yeah. We're seeing them at the market? Yeah. We're not seeing fruits and vegetables coming in as often. And we're seeing prices of meat actually increase. But why is that? Well, here's what I can tell you. Right now, we are experiencing one of the deadliest bird flu outbreaks in the past 7 years. A little bit under 23 million birds have actually been wiped out due to the recent infections. Just so you know, Iowa is the state that has been hit the hardest. They have actually lost more than 5 million birds. Now, according to the CDC, the bird flu is a very low risk virus for humans, but the problem isn't the virus to humans. The problem is it's hurting our supply stock. Right now, they're saying millions of chickens, turkeys have died as a result. This means no chicken, no turkey, and no eggs. These are very important. Chicken is something people eat almost on a daily basis. Turkey, not so much, but it's still very important. And eggs, something people have, again, daily. Eggs are used in so many things. So many different things. Whether you eat eggs just plain, maybe you're making a cake, you're doing some type of bread, right? Maybe you need eggs for just different things. Eggs are extremely important. Chicken, same thing. Okay? So this is what many people are saying. Many experts are saying that we need to realize we are going to see a major food shortage. It's not just going to be the wheat and the corn, the avocados. That's not it. It's going to be meats as well. Chicken, turkey, beef, eggs, milk, okay, cheeses. These are all things that we could see in short supply. So just keep that in mind. And if you're already seeing this, If you're already seeing prices increase and the stock limited, let me know kind of where you're at, what state you're in, and what the prices are per pound for chicken or turkey or for a dozen eggs. But let's get into the Russia and Ukraine news for today, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I'm not going to show you pictures like I've seen on the internet, because, well, some are very graphic, but many media outlets are saying that Russia's failure to take control over Kyiv actually is a huge moment. And what we know right now is that many are saying right now that this is not over. According to Pentagon officials, they believe that Russia is actually pulling troops back. They're getting out of Kyiv, okay? And they're pulling troops back towards the Donbas region in order to take over there first. Then they will regroup. They will head back towards Kyiv once they actually have their full force. That's the expectation. But at this time, here's what's happening on the other side from Ukraine. According to the New York Times, they actually have video of Ukrainian forces killing Russian soldiers. Now, this looks real. Okay, this really does look real, and I'm not going to say it's fake. Hey, but here's one thing I can tell you. If this gets back to Russia, that Ukrainian forces are killing Russian soldiers, okay? Really, and again, I'm not going to say for no reason, but they're killing them. They're doing a little bit more than they need to. Okay, again, not trying to be too graphic, but they're doing a little bit more. Okay, they're taking it a little bit too far. Again, Russia invaded into Ukraine, so again, is it too far? I don't know. I don't know if that's the best word, but you probably get the idea. Now, if this gets back to Russia, according to experts, this is only going to be a matter of time before Russia and the Russian military escalate the situation even further. So again, is this great news from Ukraine? Probably not. Should the New York Times be sharing this? I don't know. But it is what it is, and that's currently what's happening. So, again, as of right now, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, whether it's from Russia, Ukraine, the U.S., from other countries. There's a lot of information. I'm trying to go through all the information to get you the most up-to-date and the best information. So, if there's anything that you guys want more information on, please let me know down in the comment section below. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and I know you want to stay updated on it. So again, if it's something that you're not seeing in mainstream media, that's what I'm going to try to provide you, is the stuff that you are not seeing that nobody wants to tell you. All right? So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.